Let me ask you a question. Was doing BTech actually your dream? I'm not asking about becoming an engineer. I'm asking about actually studying it. In your plus 2, did you dream about studying data structures or advanced statistics? No, right? And the answer is same for most of us. Because what we were made to dream of was not actually studying Bachelor of Engineering. Instead, it was about getting into a prestigious engineering college. And at the time, we didn't know anything about engineering, let alone projects or internships or any other specializations. Still, every year, hundreds of thousands of students graduate from engineering college with a job or an offer for master's or PhD or with yet another dream. And I think that's the thing that separates us engineers from everyone else. Because at every stage of our life, a completely new, completely unknown challenge is thrown at us. And we always somehow manage to overcome it. Let's take BTech for an example. Be it stage 1, getting into college and understanding college life, or stage 2, understanding your department and your specialized trade, or stage 3, understanding internships and projects, or stage 4, placements and higher studies. These hurdles develop a survival instinct, a logical aptitude that helps us engineers succeed at almost anything. And in order to go through all these stages, it's always helpful to have some idea of all the things that lie ahead. And that's the idea behind me making this series. Now, as we have already discussed all the aspects of pre-final year, it's time to put everything into perspective and see a bigger picture. So, what internships and projects actually are? They're just a chance to get to know your field better, a chance to test your skills and knowledge and determine whether the field is suitable for you or not. So, the number of internships and projects you do is the number of chances you get to understand them. If you do just one internship and it grows well in you and you understand it well and it gives you a sense of what you want to do, then it's far better than doing 10 internships and having just a shallow knowledge of everything. So doing internships just for the sake of doing them and putting them on your CV is not going to help. So choose the ones that you think are going to help you in your future prospects. Because at the end of the line, there's a filtering mechanism in a form of an interview or a letter that detects how much you have grown with all the things that you have put on your CV. So for those who got an internship at the end of their sophomore year, congratulations, you got an extra chance to test yourself. And for those of you who haven't still got an internship, if you do things intentionally and in a systematic way, you will surely get what you desire. So in this episode, I have categorized all the not so obvious things into 3 categories that might help you a lot through college. Now, you might have heard a lot of times from a lot of people that develop your skills, and I too said it a lot of times. But what skills do you actually need? Now, the question is very subjective and the answers seem to differ wildly based upon your preference and your interests. But what I wanted to tell you at this point is that in addition to all the skills that you need in your field, you must try to develop the skills that are not specific to any field. For example, effective communication, management of time and people, and attractive presentation, because these will always be helpful to you throughout your life, no matter in which field you are, either you're doing a job or you're going for higher studies or any other field you want to work in. And along with these, one great skill to have, especially in this modern post-pandemic era, is learning to code, because computer-based technology is finding its way to all the fields because of their effectiveness and efficiency, and having such efficient tool as coding in your arsenal will be a great help. Now, for some of you, your goals might be very clear. You may be driven towards your goal with passion and determination. But if you're like me and the world is still an enigma to you, or you just want to explore everything around you, keeping alternate paths is a great choice. And one important misconception to address here is multitasking, because multitasking is a myth. And keeping alternate paths is not about multitasking. Instead, it's about developing a diverse set of skills, either simultaneously or one by one, which will surely broaden your perspective and upgrade your problem solving ability. Along with this, having a diverse field of interests will work as a support mechanism when going gets tough. Now, a thing that discontinues a lot of learning curves is impractical expectation. Especially in college, these arise in a form of certain response mechanism towards certain situations. Like, for example, when we see our friends doing cool stuff, participating in hackathons or competitions, or acing their academics, we think that we've got left too far behind. Now, such situations generally create 2 types of responses. I've seen a lot of people saying that I'll complete whole C++ in a week, or I'll study whole thermodynamics in just 2 days. And what they do is just ram their keyboard for 1 day or two and then just quit for weeks. And the second type of response is not doing anything at all and thinking that we're left too far behind, that it's almost impossible to catch up now. Now, these responses don't take them anywhere. Why? Because their impractical expectations don't seem to bear any fruit. So, if you're a normal human being, you cannot learn the whole C++ in a week. You cannot learn to become a researcher just in a day, because these things require time. So, set practical goals, keeping the timeline of your learning curve in your mind. And a good way will be to break your goals into small steps and approach one step at a time. And I assure you that even if you work just half an hour a day on your skills and you work consistently and patiently, you will surely learn everything in no time. All you need to do is keep practical expectations and keep going. So that's all about the PRI-MATES series, and that's all about the inferences that I drew. And I'll be adding a lot more to this and maybe making another video if I get to learn something new. So hit like if you find it useful, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to stay tuned. See you in the next video. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.